colors, like what each ribbon color.
And deadly scourge, and we encourage our fans to join us in these efforts. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
It's always this way.
It's going to shut down the broadcast.
Do you want me to mute it or?
It's done now.
Oh, wow. That's terrible.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Please bear with us. Back Laurel Dortch, a cancer survivor herself and the founder of the Laurel Foundation, which is dedicated to fighting children's cancer. Receiving you have done.
Welcome everybody to the start of the Deacons versus Hawks game here at Miami of Ohio. Deacons have the ball at center. They send it on back to the defense. And they switch fields, sending it back to center. And all the way across to the far side. Deacons still with control. They move it up the side. Number 15 with the ball now, trying to get around two Hawks defenders. Dishes it off to another Deacon player. The official blows the ball in favor of the Deacons. They'll start up at center on the far side. Big aerial, not so big actually. It's taken by Jenna. Jenna still has control. Official blows the ball in favor of the Hawks. They'll start up near center. Mary Kate has the ball now. Mary Kate sends it to Luli, excuse me. Luli now tries to get the ball upfield, can't do it. It's taken by the Deacons. They put it into the foot of a Hawks player, and the Deacons will have the ball at about the 25. They send it over to the near side now. Back into their own end. And it's sent out of bounds on the far side. That'll be Hawks' ball. Kennedy will bring it in. Official blows the whistle. Who wants it closer to him? Kennedy now starts it up, sends it into, looked like Claudia, but it went out of bounds and the Deacons have the ball. Intercepted briefly by a Hawks player. Luli sends it back over to Mary Kate. Mary Kate up the line to Lexi Nugent, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Deacons' ball on the near side. Deacons sweep it over. Nice move there by the Deacon player into the foot of Mary Kate. Official blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons. They'll start up near midfield. Send it back into their own end. Is it not? All right. Deacons center it now. Some nice three-dimensional work there by the Deacon center. Over to the far side now and down the line. It's off the foot of a Miami player, so Deacons keep control. Umpire blows the whistle again. And now the Deacons push the ball into the circle. Morgan Sturm on defense there. She knocks it into the foot of a Deacon player, so Miami will keep control. And Claudia now moving upfield on the far side. She's got one Deacon defender on her, now another. Moves it towards center. Sends it over to Lexi Nugent, but it's intercepted by a Deacon player into the foot of Jenna Kirby. So it'll be Deacon ball just outside the 25. Deacons set up. Big sweep towards center. It's intercepted by Noor. Noor now has the ball, moving it over to the far side. Noor moving upfield nicely, but it's intercepted by a Deacon player. And the Deacons now center the ball. Now back over to the far side. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons. They'll keep the ball. Try to move it back to her own end, but no doing. Umpire, again, blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons. Noor did not give her 5 yards, but there's no whistle, and they send the ball out of bounds in the Miami end. It'll be Miami ball at the 16. Okay.
Into the game for the RedHawks, number 23, Reese.
Hawks send it up to center. Luli had the ball. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks. And Noor will now start us up at midfield. Noor with the ball, sends it back to Morgan Sturm. Morgan Sturm sends it on over to Madison Workman. Madison now with the ball on the far side. Some three-dimensional work there. And the Hawks regain control. Kennedy with the ball now. Kennedy sends it down towards the circle to, look like Palpe. Palpe now with the ball, gains the circle, but it's blown in favor of the Deacons, and they'll bring it back out of their own end. Send it over to the far side. Deacons have control now. Moving it back towards their own end. Looking to set up here.
Game for the Demon Deacons. Number 2, Grace Sambrook. Number 9, Ashley Hart. And number 13, Hannah Maxwell.
Deacons now with the ball near center on their, at the far side. They send it to center now, moving it upfield. Knorr on defense there. At the 25, nice stop by Jenna Kirby. Jenna sends it on up to Luli. Luli now with the ball, looking for options. She has one down the side, but it's a little too far and out of bounds, just out of reach of Claudia. So the Deacons will bring it in on the near side near the 25.
Into the game for the RedHawks, number 17, Taylor Curran. Also in for Wake Forest, number 6, Brooke McCusker.
Deacons try to pass to the near side, but it's intercepted by Claudia. Claudia now with the ball, looking to get it into the circle, and does. Big opportunity here for the Hawks. No call, and the Deacons, now we get a call in favor of the Deacons. They'll bring it out of their own end. Deacons now with the ball at the 16. Looking for options, sending it over to the far side. They'll try to bring it up the line. Chipping it down, but it's intercepted by Madison. Now it's intercepted by a Deacon player, number 6. They bring it down the line, taken by Miami again. Knorr with the ball, passes it back to Morgan Sturm. Morgan, nice little move back to Knorr. Knorr bringing it up the far side. 2 Deacons on her, though, no doing. Dishes it over to the line. Sent up the line by Madison to Neely, little help. Kennedy has the ball now on the far side, bringing it up the line. Deacon player harassing her, goes out of bounds. Hawks will maintain control, and they'll bring it in near or inside of the 25. Hawks send it back to Madison Workman. Madison now sends it up to Knorr. Knorr with the ball, looking back towards Morgan Sturm. Morgan now with it. Sends it on over to Mary Kate. Mary Kate trying to stop it from going out of bounds, and does. She's deep in the corner now, trying to work out of bounds by Miami. Oh, excuse me, by the Deacons. So Miami will start up at the 25. Mary Kate with the ball right now. Mary Kate looking around the field, sends it across to Luli. Luli loses the ball to the Deacons, and they regroup and move upfield. Deacons now at center. Morgan Sturm touches the ball, but the umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons, who will bring it up near center.
Into
Deacons.
the game for the RedHawks, number 9, Lexi Nugent. Coming into the game for Wake Forest, number 18, Alicia Evans.
Jenna Kirby was moving the ball up on the near side, and there was a foul called by the umpire.
Also, Miami substitution, entering the game, number 7, Carly Service.
Lexi Nugent with the ball now, deep in Deacon territory. Goes out of bounds. It'll come out to the 25. It'll be Hawks ball. Mary Kate looks like she'll start us up. Mary Kate with the ball at the 25 on the near side. Looking to get it into the circle, and does. It's maybe a high stick there by a Deacon player, so it's going to be Miami ball, and we'll do it all over again. At the 16 now, Lexi Nugent with the ball. Sends it over to Mary Kate on the near side. Mary Kate driving deep, trying to get the circle. Intercepted by the Deacons. Sent over to the near side. That'll go out of bounds. It'll be Hawks ball, and Nor Brevik will bring it in. Nor with the ball. Umpire didn't like the position, so we'll start up. Nor now moves it in. Sends it back to Mary Kate. Mary Kate now sending it up. And foul called on the Deacons. Hawks will have the ball near the 25. Mary Kate starting us up, sends it into the circle. Don't think anyone touched it. There's a bit of a scrum now. A big opportunity for the Hawks. It's going to be a penalty corner for Miami.
Our first penalty corner of the match goes to Miami.
Neely, who's going to be inserting on this?
Jenna Kirby will be inserting on this.
All right.
This corner.
According to my daughter Neely and a alumni of the Hawks, Jenna Kirby will be inserting, and she is correct as Jenna walks towards the line. Lexi Nugent's on the near side. They show 2 looks up at the top of the circle. Nor and Claudia are going to set, and Morgan Sturm and Mary Kate Barbie look like they'll be the strikers on this. Waiting for the Deacons to get their equipment on here. And it's to Morgan Sturm. She takes a big hit. Nice opportunity for the Hawks, but the Deacons defend nicely and send it out to the far side. Hawks trying to gain the corner again. Little stick action, but no whistle. Deacons now with the ball. 3 Miami defenders on her. Miami sends it back to Morgan Sturm. Morgan Sturm tries to push it forward, but can't. Now the ball's coming back in the direction of Madison Workman. Taylor Curran intercepts, but the umpire blows the whistle in favor of Taylor Curran. So the Hawks will keep the ball. A little confusion on the field. No. A little confusion with the announcer. The umpire gives the ball to the Deacons. They send it towards the backfield. Deacons now with the ball on their own end. Send it over to the near side. Number 16 with the ball for the Deacons. Centers it. Intercepted by Claudio nicely. Luli. Luli now with the ball to start us up. Passes over to the near side to Jenna Kirby. Jenna now with the ball. Works through a Deacon player, but it's going to go back to another Deacon player, and they have control.
Into the game for Wake Forest, number 12, Maggie Dickman.
Deacons now with the ball on their own end. Moving it over towards center. Number 3 for the Deacons has the ball. Whiffs on it. That's going to just almost get out of bounds, but not quite. The Deacons put it into a Hawks player, and they'll have the ball on their own end. Number 3 for the Deacons on the far side of their own end, starting us up. Big hit down the line. It's touched by a Hawks player. I can't get a number on that, but let's see, is that? Yeah, Mary Kate sweeps it down, but it's taken by the Deacons now.
For the RedHawks, number 8, Claudia Negrete Garcia.
Deacons move the ball deep on the far side. They're going to look for a crossing pass. They get it, but it's taken.
For the RedHawks, number 5, Becca Klein.
Deacons now with the ball at the 25, looking to get it in the circle and but it's intercepted by Morgan Sturm, who pushes it back out. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks. They'll start up just about at the 16. Morgan Sturm with the ball now, looking to pass.
Into the game for the RedHawks, number 15, Lily Peterson, and number 24, Mia Gordon.
Morgan's pass to Claudia was interrupted by the Deacons. Deacons almost had a nice opportunity, but it's punched out by Mary Kate Barbie. Nice play so the Hawks can regroup. Number 7 for
into the game
Deacons.
For the Demon Deacons, number 11, Mika Lancourt.
Deacons making a lot of substitutions early in this game. Miami punches it out of bounds on the near side. Claudia wanted a whistle from the umpire but didn't get it. Now the Hawks move it up on the near side. Lexi Nugent with the ball, looking to center, and does. To Claudia. Lexi now with the ball again, intercepted by the Deacons, and they move it towards center.
Into the game for Wake Forest, number 22, Eleanor Winans.
That is Carly Sanders.
Yep. Carly passes the ball over to Noor on the far side. Noor now trying to work around 2 Deacon players.
Into the game for the RedHawks, number 27, Kennedy Vinson. For Wake Forest, entering the game, number 15, Grace Delmati.
Macy, right? Macy sent it back to Morgan. Morgan sent it up to Claudia, who sent it back to Morgan. Now we have Mary Kate on the near side through the legs of a Deacon player, but into another Deacon player, and they have control on the near side. They move it towards center now, upfield. Number 11 for the Deacons puts it into the foot of a Miami player, and they'll start it up again. Big sweep down towards the circle. 22 for the Deacons with the ball. They lose control briefly, but she's going to let it go out of bounds, and the Deacons will start up on the near side. Deacons now move the ball deep into the corner. Lexi Nugent defending. Kennedy looks like it might have, let's see here. Wake Forest not happy about the call. And a little bit of confusion as the players look around at each other, not sure what to do. Looks like it'll be Miami ball on the near side. Umpire wants it sent over to Mary Kate. She'll start up at the Hawks 25. Excuse me, more closer to the 16. Now Kennedy moves the ball up the line to Becca. Becca with the ball. Deacons tight on defense, get the ball back. 15 for the Deacons now, moves towards center, dishes it to 22 near the circle. Deacons chop it into the circle, but it's going to go out of bounds in the Miami end, and Miami will bring it out. Morgan Sturm with the ball for Miami. Morgan sends it over to the far side to Macy. Macy up the line to Claudia.
Lily Peterson.
I'm sorry, I got some bad info from my daughter. That was Lily Peterson. I apologize to both the Peterson parents. That was her with the ball. Big opportunity for Wake. And they score. A shot went off Bella and came to center. And Wake was able to capitalize on the opportunity, and it is now 1-0 Wake Forest. Lexi Nugent sends it back to, let's see, Claudia. Claudia with the ball.
The Wake Forest goal was scored by number 12, Maggie Dickman, assisted by number 22, Eleanor Wynants. That's Dickman from Wynants at 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score, Wake Forest 1, Miami 0.
All right, we're ready to start off the second quarter. A little bit of rain now. You can see the umbrellas in the stands. 11 for the Deacons, sends it over to the far side, moving up the line nicely past center. Number 2 with the ball, centers it over, but it's intercepted by Madison. Madison sends it up to Reese, it looks like. Is that correct, Neely?
Yes, that's correct.
Hawks still maintain control of the ball after the umpire blows the whistle in their favor. They move it down the line. Carly with the ball now, trying to gain the circle. Down low. Nice 3D work there. She takes a swing but misses, and the umpire blows the whistle for the Deacons. Deacons now bring it out of their own end. Number 20 with the ball. 20 sends it on over to number 16, it looks like. Back towards their own goal. Miami looks pretty aggressive on defense. Wouldn't you say, Neely?
Definitely say so. High pressure. Oh, boy.
Into the foot of Kennedy, so the Deacons will keep the ball. They bring it up the near side. Now 2 Hawks defend. Lexi Nugent and Luli both on her, but the umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons, who have the ball now near center. They pass it back to the center line on the far side. Now moving it back, looking to switch fields. They send it over to 16 on the near side. 16 with the ball for the Deacons, sends it down the line. Received nicely by 13, who puts it into the foot of a Hawks player. No whistle, but the umpire signals possession. Deacons send it towards the circle, but it's off the stick of a Deacon player into her own body, so Miami will keep the ball at the 16. Madison sends it over to Morgan Sturm on the far side. Morgan sends it to center to Claudia. Claudia now with the ball, trying to work around the stick of a Deacon player. Umpire blows the whistle in her favor. And Lexi Nugent now has the ball near the 25 of the Deacons. Lexi Nugent trying to work towards center, hassled by a Deacon player. It's into the foot of a Deacon player, and the Hawks will keep the ball. Lexi now moving towards the circle. I think the Hawks wanted a whistle there, and the umpire gives it to them. Morgan Sturm, crossing pass. It's in the circle now. Excuse me, that was not Morgan Sturm. That was Carly that sent it into the circle. Deacons trying to move the ball up the line. Umpire blows the whistle in their favor. And they'll start up about 10 yards inside of the center line here. They send it to center. Lexi Nugent picks up that pass, sends it nicely over to Kennedy. Kennedy now with the ball working down the near side. Nobody there. She centers it to the circle, but it's intercepted by a Deacon player who dishes it over to another Deacon player, and they move it towards the near side. Umpire blows a whistle in favor of the Deacons. They'll keep control.
Coming into the game for the RedHawks, number 3, Mary Kate Barbie.
Deacons have the ball on their own end. Sweep it up the middle. It goes all the way to number 13 for the Deacons. She missed the ball and hit the stick of a Miami player, so the umpire blows the whistle for Miami, and Morgan Sturm will start us up. Morgan Sturm now with the ball, centering it to Claudia. Claudia now working toward the far side into a Deacon player. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of Miami. The Deacon player not happy at all about that. Big hit out of bounds on the near side. It'll be Deacon ball. Deacons now bring it towards center. Moving up the field here. Gain the center line, but it's going to go out of bounds, so Miami will bring it in near the 25. Mary Kate Barbie to start us up.
Into the game for Wake Forest, number 7, Laya Mansell.
Mary Kate centered to Claudia. Claudia now working up the field. 2 defenders on her. Some nice work. Umpire blows the whistle for Miami, so we'll keep control. Aerial intercepted by the Deacons, but now taken by Becca. Becca gains the circle. Big chance here for the Hawks. Too many Deacon defenders, though. Still can't get out of the circle. Looks like Carly Service with the ball, but it's out of the Deacons' end, and it will be Deacon ball at the 16. Number 20 for the Deacons to start us up. They send it over to the near side. Deacons looking for options. Miami really playing a tight defense. Miami player slips, and number 7 for the Deacons now has control on the near side. Centering pass to number 11. 11 working it up the field. On over to number 2 for the Deacons on the far side now. Past the 25 in towards the circle. Hassled by Madison Workman, but it goes out of bounds off her stick, and so the Deacons
Coming
will
into
have
the game
control.
for the RedHawks, number 24, Mia Gordon.
Deacons now with the ball at the 25, looking to get into the circle. They don't. It's intercepted by Noor. Umpire blowing whistle in favor of Miami. Excuse me, that was not Noor. That was number 5, Becca. Morgan Sturm will
Coming
start
into
us
the
up.
game for the RedHawks, number 2, Nora Braithwaite. Also for Wake Forest, entering the game, number 4, Nat Friedman.
Madison Workman bringing it up the far side. Tries to center it. Now Lexi Nugent hassles a Deacon player. Luli now. So it's a bit of a scrum. Both teams trying to get control. Finally, Mia Gordon does. and brings it up the near side. Little three-dimensional work there. It's knocked out by the Deacons, and Miami's
Substitution for the Demon Deacons into the game, number 22, Eleanor Winans.
Mary Kate Barbie with the ball now on the near side. Centering pass to Morgan Sturm. Morgan now working the ball upfield. Sends it on over to Madison Workman. Madison now with the ball. Sending it toward the circle. It's intercepted by the Deacons at their 25. Deacons moving the ball upfield. Madison on defense there, but it's blown in favor of the Deacons.
And for Wake Forest, number 15, Grace Delmonte.
Deacons send it into the stick of Madison. Madison now with the ball.
Also for Wake Forest in number 12, Maggie Dickman.
Deacons working towards the circle. Two Miami defenders. They get it inside. This is a difficult situation for Miami. Dangerous swing by the Deacons. They don't connect, and Miami will keep control. Lexi Nugent to bring the ball up the near side. She's interfered with by a Deacon player, and so Miami will keep control.
A green card has been issued to Wake Forest, number 15, Grace Delmonte.
Deacons get a green card on that aggressive defense. Mary Kate Barbie now with the ball on the near side, looking towards center.
Into the game for the RedHawks, number 27, Kennedy Benson.
Deacons control on the near side. They center it. Number 4 for the Deacons with the ball now. She dishes it over to 12. 12 sends it on down to number 7, who works it on the near side towards the circle. This is trouble. Centering pass. Big swing by the Deacons. No whistle. Miami defending nicely, keeps it out of the circle. And the umpire does blow the whistle in favor of Miami, who are working it down the near side. Intercepted briefly by the Deacons. And Becca now with the ball. Becca dishes it on over to Lexi Nugent on the near side. Lexi sends it back to Luli. Luli now with the ball. Sends it all the way across to Carly. Carly with the ball now. Sends it over to Madison. Madison looking to work around a Deacon. Can't do it. And they get possession. Deacons now bringing it up on the far side. Big hit towards center. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Miami ball on the near side. Just inside the corner. Mary Kate Barbie's going to start it up. She sends it down the line, but it's intercepted by the Deacons. And umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons, and we're going to get a 5-yard warning, I believe, for Miami. Deacons will have the ball inside the 25, perhaps, or at the 25. Let's see. Looks like it's going to be at the 25, number 7 for the Deacons. They move the ball towards the circle. Intercepted very nicely by Luli. Luli now sends it down the side, out of reach of Becca. Kennedy fights for the ball. They get it to Noor now. Noor looking for some options.
Back onto the field for the Demon Deacons is number 15, Grace Delmonte. Into the game for the RedHawks, number 8, Claudia Negreta Garcia, and number 20, Jenna Kirby, replacing number 3, Mary Kate Barbie, and number 5, Becca Klein.
Morgan Sturm now with the ball. Sends it over to the near side to Jenna Kirby. It's kept in by Kennedy. Kennedy now with the ball, looking upfield. The umpire blows the whistle a little bit late, and the Deacons will have the ball. Umpire wants them to start up a little farther back. Number 7 for the Deacons to start us up here. Kennedy and Lexi defending. They send it back into their own end and look to switch fields. Over to the far side now. Number 20 with the ball. Sends it up the line. Taken by Carly. Carly with the ball. It's taken by the Deacons, but illegally, says the umpire. So Miami will have the ball. Aerial down the field. Taken by a Deacon player. Lexi Nugent defending. Tries to steal the ball, but it's blown in favor of the Deacons. And they send it back towards their own end. Deacons send it to the near side now. Number 7 with the ball. Mia Gordon in pursuit. Kennedy now in front of the Deacon player. Madison tried to intercept. Deacons nicely moving the ball around Miami on the side, but it's ultimately taken control.
Miami substitution coming into the game, number 23, Reese Weirin, replacing number 24, Mia Gordon.
Madison briefly touches the ball. Big hit across, out of bounds. Miami will start up at their 16. 2 balls on the field briefly. Morgan Sturm to start us up here in the Hawks' end. Looking at the umpire. Now she sends it over to the far side to Luli. Luli with the ball now. Hassled by the Deacons, a little too much so. And so Hawks keep control. Umpire doesn't like something.
Thought the ball was too high, I think.
Thought the ball was too high. Neely and I disagree, but we don't get a say in it. All
Coming
right.
into the game for Wake Forest, number 9, Ashley Hart, and number 13, Hannah Maxwell, replacing number 12, Maggie Dickman, and number 22, Eleanor Winans.
Looked to me on that last play that the umpire almost pulled a card out, but didn't. Some aggressive play by the Deacons.
Also into the game for the RedHawks, number 25, Hadley Evans, replacing number 7, Carly Service.
Jenna Kirby sends it down the line to Noor. Noor with the ball now. 2 Deacons on her, looking for options. Goes past a 3rd Deacon, now a 4th Deacon. Sends it into her own end to Morgan Sturm. Morgan with the ball, dishes it over to Madison. Madison on the far side in front of the bleachers. Moving it down the field, centering towards Noor. Noor now with the ball, looking for passes. Gets Luli Rossi. It's intercepted by a Deacon player, however. And Miami.
A green card has been issued to Miami's number 18, Luli Rosso. Substitution for Wake Forest into the game, number 6, Brooke McCusker, replacing number 15, Grace Delmati.
Green card.
So Miami will be short 1 player for the next 2 minutes as they get a green card. Umpire points to the 25, and the Deacons will start us up from there. They send it back towards center. Number 16 for the Deacons with the ball, looks to center it towards the circle, and does. Miami's Kennedy intercepts, tries to move the ball upfield, and makes a nice move. And the umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks, who will start up at the 25. Noor with the ball. Noor sends it over to Morgan Sturm. Morgan Sturm now moving upfield. Umpire blows the whistle for Miami, so Morgan will keep the ball. Looking for options, sweeps it down the line, but it's intercepted by the Deacons at center. Deacons now moving the ball upfield. Punched out by Noor briefly. Some 3D work there to gain the line, but it's whistled in favor of Miami. I thought, yes, it is. Madison with the ball now. Madison sends it over to the line, but the player slipped, and the Deacons took advantage and now are moving it towards the Hawks' end. Into the foot of a Miami player, so the Deacons will keep control. Big chop into the circle, but it's a little too high for the umpire's taste, and so it'll be Miami's ball. Morgan Sturm with it. Madison now with the ball on the far side, but nice save. It doesn't get out of bounds.
Luli's now back in, and we're even.
Returning to the field for the RedHawks is number 18, Luli Rosso.
Hawks now at even strength. Deacons with the ball, halfway between midfield and the 25. It's touched by a Hawks player and goes out of the back line, so it'll be Deacon ball at the 25. Deacons send it back into their own end. All the way back to the near side. Number 16 for the Deacons sends it over to the line. Number 7 now with the ball. Hassled by Hadley Evans and Luli Rossi there. Umpire blows it in favor of the Deacons, who bring it in. Looking to gain the circle. Not much time left in the quarter, only 5 seconds. And that is going to be the end of the second quarter.
It's halftime with the score, Wake Forest 1, Miami 0. Fans, please.
All right, it's the start of the third quarter. Big aerial by Claudia down deep into Deacon territory. Taylor with the ball now, gains the circles. And Hawks will have it at the 25. Claudia waving for a ball. Nor will start us up at the 25. Nor now with the ball. Sends it back to Morgan Sturm. Morgan at center. Moving it straight up the field into the circle, but it's intercepted by the Deacons, and the Deacons now have the ball. Madison poke checks it away and sends it over to Claudia. Claudia with the ball in the circle, but the Deacons get it out with Jenna Kirby in pursuit. Umpire not happy about an elbow by one of the players. Not sure which side, but the Deacons have the ball. And they start it up in their own end on the far side. They send it down to the line. Number 7 with the ball down the line. Knocked out by Miami. It'll be Deacon ball coming back in. Deacons move it towards center. Intercepted briefly by Luli. But the umpire blows the whistle for the Deacons, and they'll have the ball. Deacons now starting it up. Lexi Nugent on the Deacon player. They send it over to the near side to number 20 for the Deacons. Moving it down the line, it goes out of bounds. Deacons say it's their ball, and they move it down towards Miami's end. Umpire blows it for the Deacons, and they'll move upfield here. Number 3 for the Deacons with the ball. Starting it up now. Sends it to the near side to number 15. Madison intercepts. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks, so they'll need to give her 5 yards. Trying to get around a Deacon player. Umpire doesn't like it. Miami will keep the ball. Madison now, big hit down the field. It's going to go out of bounds in the Deacon end. And they'll bring it back out. 2 balls on the field. So we'll wait for that to clear up before the Deacons start us off. Deacons change field, sweeping it over to the far side, now moving towards center and up the field. Number 16 with the ball, sends it on up to 4. It's intercepted by Noor now. Noor with the ball. Sends it back to Madison Workman. Madison now with the ball on the near side, chipping it over to Kennedy, but it's out of bounds, and the Deacons will start us off. Deacons now driving towards the corner and the circle. In the circle now, and it's a penalty corner for the Deacons, their first of the day.
Penalty corner has been awarded to Wake Forest.
Still quite a bit of rain here. It hasn't let up at all since it started. The field is very wet, and Miami is getting ready for the corner. What's so funny, Neely?
Your description is just incredible. The field is wet, Dad.
Well, when it rains, things get wet. Let's face it. Okay, that's the end of the color commentary from Neely for today. Deacons are having a bit of a powwow at the top of the circle. Now they get ready.
It's looking like we have Nugent rushing, Madison Workman, Morgan Sturm, and Luli in the cage. Bell and goal.
Deacons insert to the far side. Sending it over now. Shot, and it's a goal for the Deacons. It is 2-0. Lexi Nugent with the ball at center to start us off. Claudia with the ball now, sending it on over to the far side, but it's intercepted by the Deacons at center now. Deacons have the ball. Moving it upfield here. At the 25 now, deep in Hawks territory.
The Wake Forest goal was scored by number 11, Miki Lancourt. That's Lancourt of Wake Forest with the goal with 11:56 remaining in the third quarter.
Deacons chip the ball out of bounds in the Miami end, so Miami will bring it out. They're looking for a ball here. Morgan Sturm with the ball.
Coming into the game for the RedHawks is number 6, Kaylee Connor, replacing number 9, Lexi Nugent.
Morgan Sturm with the ball now, moving it up to the 25, sends it over to Jenna Kirby. Jenna now with the ball, tries to send it down the line. Her stick is hit by a Deacon player, and it's Hawks' ball. Hawks bring it up now. Jenna Kirby sends it down deep to Taylor. Taylor now with the ball, moving it towards the circle. Kennedy now takes the ball and gains the circle, intercepted by the Deacons. And the umpire whistles the ball in their favor, and they'll take it out of their own end. Number 20 for the Deacons with the ball now. Sends it over to the near side. Sweeping it down to Jenna Kirby. Jenna with the ball, moving it up towards the 25 now. Tries to send it down, but
into
whiffs.
The game for Wake Forest, number 9, Ashley Hart, replacing number 22, Eleanor Linus. Also into the game for Wake Forest, number 13, Hannah Maxwell. And entering the game, number 6, Brooke McCusker.
Deacon aerial down the line. Handled nicely by number 6 as she moves towards the circle. This could be trouble. Big hit across the front of the goal, but no Deacon player was able to put a stick on it, so it goes out of bounds. It'll be Miami ball. Morgan Sturm to bring it out. Morgan sends it up the middle to Claudia. Claudia now with the ball, trying to get around a Deacon player. Having a little bit of trouble. The umpire finally blows the whistle, and Claudia will get the ball. Big hit towards the circle. Mia Gordon now with the ball. Briefly. Whistle in favor of the Deacons, so they'll take it out of their own end. Big sweep down the middle. Intercepted briefly by Noor, but into the stick of a Deacon player who moves down the line on the far side. Deacon player slips, but the umpire blows the whistle in their favor. Aerial towards the circle. Dangerous hit, or dangerous aerial rather. Morgan Sturm with the ball, sends it over to Kennedy now. Kennedy looking upfield. Big hit down towards the circle. Callie there has the ball. Kaylee now, Kaylee with the ball near center. Tries to send it back to Miami. Intercepted by the Deacons, who are moving the ball down the line.
RedHawks into the game, number 4, Madison Workman, replacing number 20, Jenna Kirby.
Number 11 for the Deacons, moving the ball nicely. Now the Deacons have the circle. They try to centering pass. It's intercepted by Madison. Madison now gets it out of the circle. Taken by Noor. The umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks and wants them to start up again. Madison with the ball sends it over to Claudia. Claudia now moving the ball up the near side. Too many Deacon players around her, and they intercept the ball. Deacons now moving it up the near side towards Miami's end. Nice little chop towards center. The Deacons have the ball at the 25. Now moving down towards the corner, intercepted by the Hawks, but the umpire...
Substitutions for the Demon Deacons, entering the game, number 2, Grace Sambrook, and number 25, Meredith Medvets.
Off the foot of a Hawk player deep in their own end, so the Deacons will have control now. Attempt a centering pass. It's chopped into the circle. This could be trouble. Deacons take a shot. Bell kicks it out of the circle. And the Deacons have the ball at the 25 now. Send it back towards center. Crossing, they're looking to switch fields now. They send it over to the far side. Back at the 25 for the Deacons. Moving towards the Miami circle. Miami now trying to get the ball out of the circle, having a little trouble. Big hit by a Deacon player there. Bell slides out, a nice save. And Callie has the ball. Carly, excuse me.
Into the game for Miami, number 18, Luli Rosso, replacing number 8, Claudia Negreta Garcia. Also for the RedHawks into the game, number 9, Lexi Nugent, replacing number 6, Kaylee Connor.
Morgan Sturm with the ball on the Hawks' end now. Moves around. Send it over to the far side to Mary Kate Barbie, who moves it down the field, but into a Deacon player. Deacons now have the ball.
A green card has been issued to Wake Forest, number 13, Hannah Maxwell.
Wake Forest down a player for the next 2 minutes.
For the RedHawks into the game, number 23, Reese Weirin, replacing number 17, Taylor Curran.
Madison checked a bit, tries to get the ball upfield, and sends it over to Luli Rossi. Luli now working down the line. Nice move there, and she's moving towards the 25 now. She's got, looks like Reese down low. A centering pass intercepted by the Deacons now at the 25. Taken back by Kennedy for the Hawks. Kennedy now with the ball at the far side, dishes it back to Mary Kate Barbie. Now Kennedy has the ball again, chips it over to Carly. Carly, the Deacons now intercept and are trying to move it downfield. Noor on defense gets control of the ball. Sends it over to Madison on the near side. Madison now working the ball up the line. She sends it over to Luli. Luli now with the ball. Big hit. Umpire blows a whistle too high. And it'll be Deacon ball.
Into the game for Wake Forest, number 15, Grace Delmati replacing number 6, Port McCusker.
Deacons to start up on the near side. Moving it towards center now. Sending it back into their own end. Now crossing it all the way. Intercepted by Mia Gordon. This could be a good opportunity. And it will be a penalty corner for Miami.
A penalty corner has been awarded to the RedHawks.
This will be the Hawks' second penalty corner of the day. If you're just joining us, the Deacons scored on their first penalty corner of the day, putting them up 2-0. Miami will see if they can cut that in half with this corner. Looks like Madison's going to insert for Miami. Reese and Morgan are the strikers here, with Noor and Luli setting up. Reese is on the near side of the circle. Umpire blows the whistle, and we have an insert to the far side of the circle. Big hit by Morgan Sturm, intercepted by a Deacon player. Noor now with the ball, looking to take a shot, can't get one. Deacons defending it well, but it's another penalty corner.
An additional penalty corner has been given to Miami.
So the Hawks will have another chance here coming up. The Deacons are looking to possibly challenge that strike as too high. But they forego their challenge, and Miami will insert. Umpire walking onto the field, waiting for Wake Forest to get ready. He blows the whistle, and we'll have an insert. Same play as last time. Big strike by Morgan Sturm. Can't deflect it towards the goal, and it goes wide. Wake Forest will start up in their own end.
Coming into the game for Wake Forest, number 22, Eleanor Winans.
Wake Forest with the ball on the far side, two Miami defenders.
Also substitution for the Demon Deacons into the game, number 12, Maggie Dickman.
Lexi Nugent has the ball taken away, and the umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons, who sent it down the line on the far side. Morgan Sturm trying to defend. Hits the stick of the Deacon player, so they'll bring it in there on the far side right in front of the bleachers.
Wake Forest substitution entering the game, number 11, Miki Lancor replacing number 4, Nat Friedman.
Deacons have the ball at center, moving it upfield. Sending it over to the far side now at the 25. Into the circle. Noor with the ball now, taking it out of the circle, moving it up the far side. It is up the line and out of bounds. It'll be Deacon ball at center. Deacons with the ball on their own end. Send it over to the near side. Almost intercepted. by Reese, but not quite, and the Deacons move the ball down the line. There is a green card issued against Miami on Morgan Sturm. They'll be down a player for 2 minutes.
A green card has been issued to Miami's number 1, Morgan Sturm.
Deacons with the ball now at the 25. Umpire blows a whistle for them, so they will start back up. They gain the circle. Noor with the ball now, taking it out of the circle towards the Miami corner on the near side. Noor, 2 defenders on her in the corner now. Trying to get it out. Doesn't have a lot of options.
Substitution for the RedHawks into the game, number 8, Claudia Negrete Garcia, replacing number 24, Mia Gordon.
Noor puts it into the foot of a Deacon, so Miami will have the ball deep in their own end. Noor now moving around a Deacon player, passes over to Kennedy. Kennedy now with the ball moving towards center. Interfered with by a Deacon player, and so Lily Rossi now sends it all the way over to Mary Kate Barbie on the far side. Mary Kate looking to move it upfield. Carly now with the ball. Carly sends it back to Luli. Luli now looking to move the ball upfield. Big hit, or nice hit into the circle. Lexi Nugent has the ball. She's interfered with, no call. And a corner finally for Miami.
A penalty corner upcoming for the RedHawks.
This will be the Hawks' 4th opportunity on penalty corners today. Let's see if they can convert. Madison will insert. Claudia on the near side. And Reese on the far side are the 2 strikers. Noor and Luli will set it up. Here we go. Madison inserts to the near side. Big strike. Goal, Miami! And the lead is now cut in half.
The Miami goal was scored by number 8, Claudia Negrete Garcia, assisted by number 2, Nora Braithike, and number 4, Madison Workman. That's Negrete Garcia from Braithike and Workman with 1:46 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Miami sends the ball down to the near side. Kennedy in pursuit, but it's taken by a Deacon player. Deacons now with the ball. Kennedy hassling the Deacon player. They send it back to their own 25. 2 defenders on the Deacons. Send it over to number 2. Luli tries to intercept but can't. Number 2 now moving the ball towards center. Umpire blows whistle for the Deacons, and they'll move it up the near side. Number 12 now with the ball for the Deacons. Sends it to the circle where no Deacon players are.
Back onto the field for the RedHawks, number 1, Morgan Sturm.
Madison with the ball now, sends it deep to Morgan Stern in the Miami corner on the near side. Morgan moves it up the line now. She's got Lexi Nugent. Lexi with the ball. Lexi tries to get around a Deacon player. Whistle blown in favor of the Deacons. Lily Rossi tries to intercept, can't. Deacons moving it towards the circle now, but it's taken back by Madison. Madison tries to get the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Nor can't reach it. So the Deacons will bring it in from out of bounds near the 25. Send it towards the circle, intercepted by Kennedy. Kennedy now with the ball, looking to move it up the line. And the Hawks will keep control as the umpire blows the whistle. Ariel down the line. to Reese.
That's
and
the
that
end
is
of the third
end.
quarter with the score, Wake Forest 2, Miami 1.
Hawks aerial it down the field, taken by the Deacons in their own end at the 25. They try to center it, intercepted by Luli Rossi. Luli now with the ball, looking to center it. Nice 3D work there. And the umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons. Miami not happy about that, but nothing they can do. Deacons have the ball now. It's hit into the foot of a Hawks player, so they'll maintain control. Neely, what do you think of the Hawks' play so far?
I think they're playing pretty well. I think we just got to get some more offense moving. We'll get another goal in and get it going.
I think this Wake Forest team's beatable.
100%, Dad.
Okay. All right, Jenna Kirby sends the ball to Noor. Noor now at center, moving it towards the Deacon end. Dishes it over to Kennedy on the near side. Kennedy maintains control of the ball, but a Deacon player gets in between her and the ball, and the Deacons have it near center. They move it up the field on the near side. Very nicely intercepted by Madison. Dished back to Noor. Noor now with the ball, looking for options. Sends it back deep to Morgan Sturm. Morgan with the ball now at the 25, moving up the field to Noor again. Noor now sends it over to Madison. Madison looking upfield, knocked out by the Deacons. It'll be Miami ball. Noor now with the ball at center, sweeps it down to Morgan Sturm in their own end. Morgan sends it over. It's intercepted. That's going to be a real problem. Amazingly, Miami, they're going to call a penalty stroke against Miami. Neely, do we have any idea what happened there?
I think they're going to say that Bell was too aggressive and knocked her down.
Bell was super aggressive?
Interfered with the play, but this commentator disagrees, and they'll refer it.
I disagree as well, and they're going to refer it to the video review.
The previous play is under video referral.
What was the call there, Neely?
Going for the back of the attacker.
So what they are reviewing is whether Bell went for the back of the attacker, which apparently in field hockey is illegal.
It's a stroke, Dad.
Neely, you think it's going to hold up?
No. Well, with these American refs, you know, could. Definitely could.
Well, we'll see what happens here. I have a feeling that this is going to stand and we'll have a penalty stroke. That's my take on it.
I think it's difficult to call a proper referral when the ref doesn't know why
True.
called a stroke. So
That is true.
see what happens.
The following referral, the call on field stands, a penalty stroke upcoming for Wake Forest.
Interesting situation here. Miami claims to have not asked a question or called for the referral. The umpires, however, are going to let the call stand. Chip was not happy about that. And we'll have a penalty stroke here. Bell sets up in her own crease. Bell with a great save, keeping this game alive. That was outstanding. Penalty strokes usually seem to be about a 90% success rate, but here it fails and Miami will now have the ball. Morgan Sturm to start us up. Morgan sends it over to Luley. Luley now across to Mary-Kate Barbie. Mary-Kate with the ball, sending it up, but it's intercepted by the Deacons. Deacons now have the ball. Umpire blows the whistle in their favor as they continue towards the circle unabated. They'll have to start it up, however, outside the 25. Deacons now with the ball. Miami, a little breath of life there after that save by Bell. A great save, I might add. And the Deacons have the ball at center. They send it over to the near side. Trying to move it upfield. And they do, now getting close to the 25. Dishing it off to the near side, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be Miami ball coming in. Kennedy with the ball. Sends it down the line to Claudia. Claudia send it out of bounds, so the Deacons will have it. They send it back into their own end. Deacons now with the ball. Big sweep up to center. Moving around Kennedy there. Kennedy now in pursuit. Deacon player with 3 defenders on her. Dishes it back. And it's sent right up to Noor. Noor now with the ball. Noor moving it upfield, looking for some options here. 2 players on her, now 3. Sends it back to Madison. Madison with the ball on the near side, looking to work it up the field. 2 players on her. Kennedy now with the ball. Kennedy trying to work it up the line, and it's blown in favor of the Hawks, so they'll bring it in. Kennedy starts it up. Sends it down the line, but it's just out of reach of Becca and sails out of the Deacons end. Deacons will start us up here.
Substitutions for Wake Forest into the game: number 2, Grace Sambrook, and number 12, Maggie Dickman. Replacing number 6, Brooke McCusker, and number 18, Alicia Evans.
Noor with the ball on the near side, chips it down to Kennedy. Kennedy now gains the 25, interfered with by a Deacon player. Sends it back over to Noor, but it's intercepted by the Deacons, and they bring it up the line on the near side. Luli Rossi in pursuit. Luli, a nice check there. Not sure.
Game for Wake Forest, number 15, Grace Delmonte, replacing number 9, Ashley Hart. Also for the RedHawks into the game, number 17, Taylor Curran, replacing number 5, Becca Klein.
Deacons will have the ball outside of the circle. They send it back towards center now. Over to the near side at the 25 now. Deacon player, big hit into the circle. It's deflected.
Oh.
Not sure exactly. Neely, what happened on that play?
She did the old overreaction to get the call. She didn't get the call. No tip.
Oh, it was no tip.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so the Deacon
She
player.
acted like she tipped it.
So if you just saw that, the Deacon player tried to act as if she tipped the ball when in fact she hadn't. So that was outside of the circle and no goal. The Hawks now with the ball on the far side.
The game for the Demon Deacons, number 22, Eleanor Winans, replacing number 13, Hannah Maxwell.
Noor trying to work the ball down the far side. It's knocked out of bounds by the Deacons, so the Hawks will bring it in. Noor now with the ball. Sends it back to Mary-Kate Barbie. Mary-Kate crosses it. It's tipped up in the air by the Deacons, I believe, and it'll come out at the 25 for the Hawks. Kennedy with the ball, brings it up, trying to gain the circle. And the umpire points in favor of the Hawks. Luli Rossi now working the ball around the circle, brings it in. And it'll be a penalty corner for Miami. A great opportunity.
Penalty corner upcoming for the RedHawks.
Gotta say, I'm very impressed by the number of fans out here today. It has stopped raining, which is nice.
We've got the fences lined.
So who do we have on the insert here, Neely?
We've got Jenna Kirby insert.
All right, Jenna Kirby will insert. Wake Forest.
We've got Claudia and Morgan man in the towers, hoping for a shot from either of them.
Nine minutes remain in the fourth quarter as Miami takes their 5th penalty corner of the day. Jenna inserts to the near side. Big hit by Claudia. And another corner coming up for Miami.
An additional penalty corner has been awarded to the RedHawks.
The Deacons look to be challenging this play, however. officials walking over to talk with the other official for a moment and discuss the play.
The previous play is under video referral.
Now, Neely,
On the field is, the call on the field is reversed. It'll be Wake Forest possession, and Wake Forest will retain their video referral.
Wake Forest now with the ball on the near side, but it's out of bounds. It should be Miami ball coming in. Nor will bring it in from out of bounds.
Entering the game for the RedHawks, number 7, Carly Service. And for Wake Forest, now playing number 18, Alicia Evans.
Wake Forest with the ball at center. They send it over to the far side, number 7, bringing it down. Lexi Nugent in pursuit. 8 minutes, 30 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. Wake Forest maintains control, moves it upfield towards the 25, intercepted by Carly. Carly now with the ball, sends it over to Luli. Good opportunity coming up here. Claudia with the ball, looking for a shot, takes one. Oh, it's just wide. A great opportunity for the Hawks. A nice shot, but it doesn't go in. 2 balls, actually 3 balls now on the field. The Deacons can't decide who should do it. And time's a wasting here as we sort out the ball problem. Deacons now with the ball in their own end. They bring it up towards the 25. Over to the far side now. Down the line, intercepted briefly, but now taken by the Deacons. They're moving towards center now. Upfield, umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks, and Nor will bring it up to Luli Rossi, but the whistle's blown repeatedly. Umpire wanted them to settle down before they started up, apparently. So now Nor has the ball near center. And we're off. Nor sends it back down to Madison. Madison now sends it over, but it's intercepted by the Deacons. This could be trouble for the Hawks. Morgan Sturm coming back on defense. Nor hits the ball with her foot, and that will be a penalty corner, the second for the Deacons.
A penalty corner upcoming for Wake Forest.
Wake Forest scored on their first penalty corner of the day, and this will be their second. Miami has them out-cornered at 5-2, but Wake Forest has more shots on goal today, 9-7. This will be a big corner for Wake Forest.
In the cage again, we have Madison Workman, Lexi Nugent, Morgan Stern, and Lily Rosso. Lexi Nugent rushing.
Umpire blows the whistle. Deacons get ready to insert. And it goes out of bounds off the stick of a Hawks player, so the Deacons will have the ball at the 25. They send it over to the near side, now deep into the corner, looking to gain the circle. Off the foot of a Miami player, they maintain control, they shoot it out of bounds, and so it will be Miami ball coming out. Morgan Sturm to start us off. Morgan Sturm with the ball. Sends it all the way over to Madison. Madison now trying to work it up the field, but it goes out of bounds, and the Deacons will have it back. Deacons now with the ball. Into the foot of a Miami player, so the Deacons will keep control. Deacons on the near side. Towards the circle. It gains the circle now. Nice save by Bell. Excellent save. Luli Rossi now with the ball, moving upfield. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks. And Morgan Stern will start us up. 5 minutes, 45 seconds remain.
Substitution entering the game, number 3, Mary Kate Barbie, replacing number 4, Madison Workman.
Kennedy had the ball taken away by the Deacons. And the umpire blows the whistle in their favor, and they'll keep the ball with 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Back into their own end go the Deacons. Big hit upfield, and that will go out of bounds in the Miami end. It'll be Miami ball coming out. Morgan Sturm will start us off here with 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Morgan sweeps it up the field to Luli Rossi, and now Claudia has the ball briefly. She looked for a whistle but didn't get one. Luli in pursuit as the Deacons bring it up. Now the Deacons have it down low in the corner, looking to gain the circle and do. Morgan Sturm sends it out of bounds so the Hawks can regroup. Deacons to bring it in on the far side. They send the ball into the circle. Goes out of the, well, I thought it went out, but apparently not. Miami has the ball. Claudia with it now, trying to move past the Deacon player. Sends it over to Nor on the far side. Nor now trying to work it down the line. Goes out of bounds. She sends it up the line to Carly. Carly now maintains control after the umpire blows the whistle. Now sends it down into the circle to Lexi Nugent. Lexi working around and towards the circle. Be nice for the Hawks to get a corner here if they can't get a shot on goal. It'll be Hawk ball. They move it in towards the circle, off the foot of a Deacon player, and it'll be a corner for Miami.
A penalty corner has been awarded to the RedHawks.
It's a massive play for Miami.
This will be a big, big play for Miami. They are down 2-1 with 3 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game. This will be their 6th corner of the day.
Again, we have Jenna inserting. Claudia and Morgan at the towers, hoping for that straight shot once again.
Umpire blows a whistle. We'll see if they can convert. They send it to the near side. Claudia, big strike. No, it is not a goal. The umpire, and we do not have a challenge due to that earlier. Miami trying to argue with the umpire, but that never works. And the Deacons bring it up on the far side. We will not know what happened on that play due to Miami not having a video referral. Deacons now with the ball on the near side, bringing it up towards center. They work it down low, but that's going to possibly, no, it will not go out of bounds. Mary Kate Barbie had to stop it. Deacons send it into the circle, and they'll have it at the 25. 3 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Deacons now send it over into the circle, intercepted by Noor. Hawks will have an opportunity here if they can get it up the field. Claudia with the ball now. Lexi Nugent coming down the near side. Claudia going down towards the 25 of the Deacons. Works through two players. Now sends it down to Noor. Noor gets the circle, but it's intercepted by the Deacons. Deacons now with control deep in their own end. Very possible they'll take it to the circle and waste some time off the clock. But they don't. They move it up towards the line. It goes out of bounds, and the Hawks will have the ball. Hawks now moving the ball towards the circle. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Hawks, and there's 2 minutes remaining in the game. Noor now trying to gain the circle. Two defenders on her. She does, but it's into a Deacon player. And the umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons. They are in no hurry to bring it out with less than 2 minutes remaining.
For Wake Forest, into the game, number 9, Ashley Hart, replacing number 22, Eleanor Winans.
Deacons control the ball at center now, over to number 7 on the far side. Minute 30 remain in the game. Hawks trying to defend, but the whistle's blown in favor of the Deacons. Deacons with the ball at the 25 now. Claudia coming in. They send it back into their own end. Minute 15 seconds left in the game. Deacons bring it up on the near side. Out of bounds off Miami. Deacons start up again. That was questionable, but Deacons have control. .50 seconds remain in the quarter and the game. Deacons will look to get it into the corner, and they will try to run out the remainder of the clock. Umpire blows the whistle in favor of the Deacons, who will have it at the 25 now. And they'll send it down towards their own end. And there are 20 seconds left. Ball is out of bounds, so Miami will have one last chance possibly here. They send it down the line, but the Deacons control. It's out of bounds. Somehow off of Miami, but I didn't see it. And that'll be the end of the game. Score, Wake Forest 2, Miami 1.
That's the end of regulation with the final score, Wake Forest 2, Miami 1. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Miami University Athletics, we would like to thank you for your attendance here at today's game. And we hope to see you back here for Miami's next home game on Friday, this coming Friday. Central Michigan Chippewas. We hope to see you here for that game and for the rest of the season. Until then, please travel home safely.
This will conclude the broadcast. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you at the next game. Goodbye.